Hi guys, welcome back to Watch Grace Draw. Today I'm hopefully going to teach you all about shading. We've done construction, gesture and learned a bunch of tips about drawing. Today we're getting into my favorite part, taking your drawing from 2D to 3D. But first, coffee. Yummy! Go ahead and use a 2B or 4B for this exercise. Do you remember when you were in kindergarten and you used to color books? That's basically what shading is. You're just coloring an area. What we've got to practice is how to make a gradient, how to smoothly go from light to dark. There are two ways to hold your pencil when doing this. You can use the tip or you can use the side. Using the side covers more area in a shorter time. First we're going to practice evenly filling a box, the emphasis being on even. Then we'll do a medium toned one and a lighter one. We're practicing pencil pressure and getting an even tone. Now we're getting to the real stuff. Draw a rectangle and make a gradient. You want to go from as dark as possible to white. If you can get a smooth gradient, you're golden. This is actually an exercise that will be useful to you in most mediums. You can do this in watercolor, oil, acrylics, colored pencils, pastels, etc. I strongly recommend practicing this before you start painting with a new medium. Here we're just working it till it's nice and smooth. You've done your gradient, but how are we going to use this? Do you remember that preschool coloring I did? Let's see what happens. See how it pops? That's what a simple gradient can do. Pretty cool, right? We've decided the light source is going to be shining from the top right onto this simple cube. Now we'll use those three blocks we did earlier to shade this. There's a dark side which is facing away from the light, one that is touched slightly by the light, and one that has more or less full exposure. Voila! 3D! How about a sphere? Let's look at what light does to the shadows of a ball. So as you can see, it's a little more tricky than the cube, as we have rounded shadows. So you have a white circle, a medium area, and a very dark area. So let's see if we can shade this. This is why gradient practice is so important. That's basically all you're doing, only in a rounded shape. It does take a bit of practice. Don't give up, it'll pay off. What about reflected light? I'm not going to be discussing reflected light in this video since it's a little more advanced and I really want you to get your basic shading down first. You might notice when you're shading that there are these little white bits where the graphite can't quite get into. It'll be more pronounced if you hold your pencil on the side. This is because of the paper's tooth. No, not that tooth. The paper grain. No, not that grain. Oh, never mind. Wait. The white bits. They're caused by the indentations on your paper. The graphite from your pencil only catches on the top ridges. To get the graphite or charcoal into the valleys, you can blend. For blending, you can use a tortillon or a simple tissue. Don't use your fingers. I did earlier, but it's our secret. Don't tell anyone. This is how you blend. This is what your fingers do to paper. To avoid destroying your work, rest your palm on paper and wash and dry your hands before you begin. Your homework is to look for simple objects in your area to draw and shade. Don't try anything too complex to start with. We're just going to go for very simple shapes so you can really focus on just the shading. Maybe choose a cup, a bowl, a vase, an apple, anything that has very simple shapes. So at this stage we really just want to focus on your shading, your dark, medium and light values, how you blend. You can even take out an old coloring book and shade the characters in there. That way you don't have to worry about drawing anything. You can just focus on making it three-dimensional. And as you do that, remember to have fun. This is my favorite part of the art process because everything really comes to life. So I hope you guys enjoyed that lesson, and I hope you enjoy practicing this because it really is fun. So welcome to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.